Over on Twitter, Grumps posted some very interesting information here saying this is a doozy. There is a DEI professor who has quietly raised $1 million in grants over the past week, capitalizing on the Sweet Baby Inc. controversy. This actually goes back somewhat to what I said the other day in my other video having coverage about this entire situation, where I mentioned that it's very clear why these corpos keep trying to label this entire thing as Gamergate 2. They know that by using that rhetoric, they'll be able to try and grift further donations, have further news cycles about this, writing a bunch of articles about it, and also trying to secure further funding. I think it would be wise for gamers to not fall into what the corpos want by just using any specific label, and to instead just continue pointing out the corruption in the industry in a reasonable manner. And as we've seen recently, so far that has been working out extremely well, and that's why the corpos have only been getting more and more desperate and manipulative. Grumps then further saying, Homeland Security and the Canadian government all announced programs to quote-unquote investigate gamers this past week, and it all ties back to this one, now very flush academic. In my next tweet in this thread, I'm going to link the incredible research Madam Savvy has done to unravel this doctor's elaborate funding scheme. He then adds one Dr. Cowart. He then shows a picture of that Twitter account where that person is apparently a research director over at TakeThis.org, who you're definitely familiar with if you saw the prior segment, as they had been in the news recently for writing an article or blog post, however you want to say it, about Gamergate 2, as they're once again saying. And as Grumps mentions, now this person has apparently raised around $1 million in funding through grants over the past week, all by capitalizing on the Sweet Baby Inc. controversy. It's very unfortunate because TakeThis.org claims to have a focus on helping the mental health of gamers, which would be nice, but apparently that's not really what they're doing over there. Apparently they're more intent on taking money from the government, significant amounts of money, and then gaslighting and manipulating people regarding the majority of gamers and what the majority of gamers are doing, and then protecting bigoted, corrupt firms like Sweet Baby Inc., who has had employees say extremely bigoted things about black people, Jewish people, white people, and probably more that I'm also not aware of. Anyways, that's the main stuff. There is a bit more to go over, but to be quite frank, unfortunately, I'm dealing with a minor injury right now. It's bad enough that I do need to rest. But yeah, I went a bit too hard at the gym the other day with the barbell overhead press. I've had a very similar injury in the past from BJJ, and that was way worse. So I know I'll get over this soon enough, but like I mentioned, it is interrupting my plans today and my schedule today, so I'm gonna have to cut this short, but thank you guys for understanding. And as always, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this brief segment, please also consider liking and or subscribing. Your support is always appreciated, and I look forward to catching you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.